see, I step into it. Jab. Do you see? Look, watch my feet. But hold your arm. So I jab into it, and then I cross into it like that.
Okay.
So it would be bam, bam. It'd be 1, 2. Do you see? Very quick, very efficient. Bam, 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 bam.
Okay, well, here we are, Troy Francis, and we are in Battersea, and I'm joined by a very good friend of mine, Mr. Max.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very good, very good. So we've known each other for fucking ages, haven't
We've known
we?
each other for many years.
Many centuries.
Many moons.
Many moons. So I met Max probably, it's fucking like 15, 20 years ago or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, back in the day. Back in the day. And we won't explain exactly how we met, but we both had a pretty interesting backgrounds, let's say. And
we're wild men.
We are, absolutely. Well, let's look at the tats.
Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Can they see that?
Don't know. We're just discussing the old ink.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I need to take my top off. I'll do
it. Don't do that. Yeah.
So we're going to discuss white collar boxing, right?
Well, we're going to just so basically
the wonderful world of white collar,
the pugilistic art. So basically, the reason I'm here is because I'm keen to learn the art of boxing. Max teaches it professionally and knows a fuck of a lot about it.
I will get you in the best shape of your life.
And if you want a consultation with him, we'll put the details below later, we'll talk about that later.
Find me on Instagram, DM me.
Exactly. But with that being said, so there's a few different topics here. So firstly, because myself and I work a lot with a guy called James Tusk. He's very into combat sports, very into fighting, etc., etc. And his view is that, well, basically men are a bit pussified now, and really to maximise your, masculinity.
Yeah.
Learning a fighting sport is necessary. So what's your views on that?
So my views are that James is absolutely right. I would say that I have to advise caution purely because I'm a responsible human being. That if you do start doing contact sports or combat sports, I feel that you'll be honed in on, purely because I don't feel like alpha is something that can be controlled, and I feel like that's a problem, especially for deep state agenda.
Absolutely, we're going to go there. We're going to go deep into this in this interview, definitely. Yeah. So, how did you get into boxing in the first place, then?
So what happened is that obviously naturally growing up in Chelsea, Knightsbridge, Belgravia, I also look conspicuously Jewish. I think I just I got people would just take my phone. I don't think that had anything to do with me being Jewish, but they just take my phone and. I got bullied a lot at school. Right. That was because I was Jewish, definitely.
And you were at you don't need to name the school, but you were at a fancy boys' school kind of thing.
Boarding
and what was the vibe like there? Was it pretty brutal or?
Not if you played all the games, but I just didn't want to play those games because I'm not into sort of I'm heterosexual. And eventually I got asked to leave because I had sex with my art teacher.
Was she hot?
Incredibly, and I didn't grass her up, so that's why they sort of wanted to punish me as well. So for being a mensch, because obviously, I just didn't. She was a great girl. I had a great time. But I said to my headmaster that if it was a man, it wouldn't be a problem, And then he was like, get out. But the point is, this is what I'm saying. You see, from an early age, and it just got to a point where I was like, I want to be able to handle myself. I don't want to walking down the King's Road, I don't want to
feel like a target.
Feel like a target and get mugged off. And it got to a point where now I'm like, it's, through training, hard work and persistence, I've probably had more fights than whoever's watching has had hot dinners. And obviously, unless it's James or someone in combat sports, naturally. But I just, have become. I just wanted to be able to, as a man, hold my ground. I'm also a father, so it's very important, I feel, to be able to defend your realm, and the realm, especially in these days when we're severely under threat. I don't think people realise, but there is a war going on, and it's not impossible for others to get dragged into it. So I believe, but I just, going back to what I said, I just sincerely felt that I just had enough. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I wanted to change. And I knew that the only way to change was through action. So I started training, and through,
When did you start training?
So I started training at a really spit and sawdust gym in Ladbroke Grove.
Nice.
With a lot of Irish guys, Irish boxers, everyone. And that's it. And then I sort of went on to do fights to Clapham Grand and other things.
How long ago? I mean, how long have you been in it now?
Since I was 20.
Yeah. Okay. So quite a long, decent time.
I was in that. I was with Jonathan in my coach in Ladbroke Grove when I think I was 19.
Oh right. Okay. I didn't actually know that you've been doing it for that long. That's actually quite a decent amount of time now.
No, I've been doing it for a very long.
And so mentally, how do you think it's changed you?
I think that it's helped me cope. That's the most important thing with life. Not only did it give me confidence, but I suppose that, coming from a background that a lot of people have violated, and overstepped boundaries, I feel that it sort of gave me more boundaries. It makes me look more safe and secure, confident. I can walk anywhere knowing that, I don't go looking for it. If I'd, this is the thing, you see, if it came down to it, I'd probably walk away.
Right.
A US Marine Black Ops sniper told me always fear the man who walks away. But if I had to defend myself or my child, I am sort of confident that I could do that. And I think it's important, right? Like as a man, not because of, it's like our role or anything, but I mean, as a hunter-gatherer, just, on a Darwinism, basic survival, regardless of gender.
Yeah.
I feel like it's important,
Yeah.
I through my boxing, I'd say the most clients I have are female.
Oh, really?
My favorite client, shout out to Mariana, she's Brazilian. She called me on New Year's Eve because some guy tried to take her phone, and because she did exactly what I showed her. Obviously, she punched him, but I mean, it was self-defense. She was trying to take her phone, and like trying to physically assault her, and he ran off. And as I feel like you need these skills in modern society.
What would you say?
Especially if you live in London, if you live in the countryside, you need them too, because you want to be able to.
You don't want a Deliverance style situation, do you?
I just don't like being I don't like being a victim. I don't like being in a situation where people have violated me or and I couldn't have do anything.
Would you say it's true that because you've got this skill set that people kind of fuck with you less, or in the sense that you can walk into a room and does it change your demeanour? And the way people react to you, do you think?
No, because I feel that if you didn't know me, I don't think you'd know that I box.
Quite,
and I think that's because I've done it for so long. It's just like second nature now.
But would it be
like part of me? But it's never been a defining. The thing that my experience is, unfortunately, the guys who in the gym the whole time you're sparring and you have to be 30% power and they get injured before fight. I mean, they're just reckless, and it's because they've just been watching too many boxing films at home.
Right.
And they get all excited and come to the gym and they're just. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't like that. It pisses me off.
So what, for somebody who just wants to...
It's bravado, it's ego, it's not necessary. If you are truly humble and skilled at something, you don't need to...
Yeah.
Last fight I had lasted, 1 minute, 15 seconds?
Was that in a street situation or...
No.
That
was in, it was Clapham Grand, that was... I mean, Irish scaffolder. It's a great fighter, but I mean, I won that fight now.
So it's more the not slow, steady, but it's more like the more understated dudes are the dudes who get better success with this.
I don't think so. I just think that it's just based on. I feel it's just like your character and personality. I'm all about being understated. I just don't want to walk around like I think I'm like a bad man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
I know I'm a bad man.
But so now, if you were in, I don't know, you're walking down Ladbroke Grove, one of those slightly more dodgy streets, and then you got jumped by a couple of guys, you'd be pretty confident. I can handle this, or I'm going to know what to do.
100%.
So don't try it, you
bring it. Move to me. Move. This is very good. Thank you for the interview, Troy. This has been most exciting.
No,
we're going to work out now.
Oh so Jesus! I thought we were going. I thought we were just going to carry on. Okay, all right, fuck it.
We can carry on if you want. What other questions do you have?
So we've covered. So do you think, without getting too deeply political, do you think that in the West, Anglosphere, we're in London, obviously the United States, maybe Australia, Canada, these places, do you think there's an agenda to push men down, or do you think it's just sort of something that's kind of organically happening?
I feel that there was potentially an agenda, bar what a 10% ratio probably of alpha males in this country. I don't know about anywhere else. I'd say 10%. You know, you sort of can lock them up or confine them, and then just the rest of 90% will easily be controlled. And you tell them what to do, they'll do it. They won't ask any questions. They'll do it because they're scared and shit.
Yeah. So on the sort of individual level, do you think learning boxing or learning a combat sport is a sort of quiet rebellion that the individual can take in order to go F you to the system?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, possibly, but I just feel that one should do boxing because it's really good. Like, there have been situations, you know, in my life where I feel that my survival is and still is dependent on the fact that I trained every day.
Right.
During those situations and even after those situations, it helped me get all the angst out. It helped me with my mental health, emotional health. I really owe a lot to that. I was able to maintain my dignity through difficult circumstances and adversity because of boxing, really, in a nutshell. And you know, I wasn't always fighting, but I was always training.
Yeah.
And that's what's important, the consistency. But just the cardio, you know, the whole thing. And fighting is great and exciting, but even if you just train boxing, most of the times I've been through the most difficult circumstances and I was training. I'm really grateful that I did that, and I don't actually know how it would have gone if I hadn't.
Right.
That's how much it helped me.
Yeah.
It's not in a good way, but every time I trained, you know, I felt a little bit better, and that it gave me something, you know. And sometimes that was all I had. So.
No, yeah. That's amazing. And just finally, in terms of getting shredded, because you're obviously in great shape.
No,
oh no! Here we go.
No, you've said it. No, you've said it.
There you go. Great shape. Great shape. Would you say you owe
8
APPROACH? Would you say you owe that to box? Well, I mean, that's the key thing you're doing, right? Boxing training, as opposed to, do you do a bit of what? But I mean, what else do you do? Weights and all that
I
shit?
do weights. I just think that it's just the state of mind, you know. It's like, you know, you're either a warrior or a victim.
That's a good place to end it. You're either a warrior or a fucking victim. Be a warrior.
You know it.
You know it. See you soon.
Essentially, I'm testing your footwork.
It's not very good.
Testing, Troy. That's fine. No one's is. Faster if you can. Bit faster on the decline, Troy. Did I say decline? Decline. It's very strange, sound like an American. Your right is your jab, your left is your cross. When you jab, right? You jab and you move forward, yeah? Right?
Like that?
Yeah, and when you cross, watch my feet. So not only are my legs slightly bent, but watch my feet. See that? I rotate. So the power comes from my hips. And in the footwork, what I do is I rotate my foot and I just, you know, okay, that was a hook, but still. I rotate the foot and I move my hips. The power comes from the hips. The power's in the hips.
Okay.
It's all in the hips.
Like
So jab, no jab, that's your right. So jab to your right and step forward. As you like, so what you'd look, put your hand up. Put your arms up. Here, hold the mic. Okay. Jab. Yeah?
Yeah.
Jab. Do you see I step into it? Jab. Do you see, look, watch my feet. But hold your arm. So I jab into it, and then I cross into it like that.
Okay.
So it would be bam, bam. It'd be 1, 2. Do you see? Very quick, very efficient. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
2. Got 7 left. 7 to shine. 6. That's it. 5. See, you're not that unfit, Troy. You're doing rather well. This is, to me, testing. I'm scoping out how hardcore Troy is. Troy is quite hardcore. This is very good. This is good news for me. But if you're not, you know, it's fine as well. All stages appreciated. But you're very humble. Troy said he didn't work out a lot. Lol.
Never.
Okay, cool. We really need a skipping rope. I need you to get a skipping rope. It's essential. You need to learn how to skip. Okay.
We got work to do.
There's lots of work to do, but this is exciting, Troy. The journey of 1,000 miles began with a
single
single step.
A single step, one step.
Single step.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good.
All the details below. Get in touch with Max.
Yeah, you can put my number at the bottom as well.
We'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.